The Biden administration's secretive surveillance of Congress not only represented a desecration of our constitutional separation of powers, but it also appears to have violated federal law. Mr. CEO, U.S. Code states in clear and unambiguous terms that any provider for a Senate office shall not be barred through operation of any court order or any statutory provision from notifying the Senate office of any legal process seeking disclosure of Senate data of the Senate office. So Verizon, you not disclose to us when our records are being demanded. When Biden appointed special counsel Jack Smith subpoenaed Republican senators' phone records, Obama appointed Judge James Boasberg. He ordered the phone carriers, quote, not to notify any other person, including the targeted senators and their office staff, of the existence of the subpoena. In doing so, James Boasberg, he made findings. He said that these senators might destroy evidence or intimidate witnesses. What was presented to him to show that Ted Cruz would do that? Of course, the mere suggestion of impropriety, says Senator Scott, he says, is insulting and offensive. But more importantly, this gag order appears to have violated the law. So I'm very disappointed in you, but you're also a criminal. Furthermore, this section of the law also says, if either a Senate office or provider files a motion to quash a subpoena that requires the disclosure of Senate data, the court shall quash the subpoena or modify it so as not to disclose the data. So the Senate has a lot of power. If the court comes breathing down their neck, they can say, no, if we quash it, you shall quash it, and then we'll fight about it. Understanding that the gag order and the subpoena were unlawful, Mr. Verizon, your competitor, TNT, who I need to switch to, understands AT&T appears to have rightfully refused to comply. Verizon, however, appears to have complied and handed everything over right to Jack Smith. And I want to know who is a part of that review team. You guys, Mr. Verizon, appear to have rolled over and complied with the unlawful subpoena and the cover-up of the whole thing. Verizon claims they said a court ordered Verizon not to tell anyone. A judge told us it had no choice but to comply in violation of the law. AT&T's lawyer said, okay, sorry, judge. We're not going to be handing it. You're going to anger the judge or the Senate. AT&T said, how about we just don't do anything that's illegal? But Verizon didn't. They just said, oh, here you go. Because you probably had a bunch of blue people who are like, oh gosh, Marsha Blackburn, I hate her. Here, have all of her records. But AT&T, if AT&T refused to comply,